So, in the fourth scene, we are sort of forced to make Ralva take some rest. You can do that anytime, but it will automatically add 1 victory to your opponent. But I get all my spells back, and I get all my hit points back, which makes it good for us to do an action point by spending one of our 2 clues. So if we get this action scene, we'll get 2 victory points. 3. Pass an incriminating or disgraceful clue to an actor who can make sure important people learn of the evidence. Don't know if that works. Let's reroll. 1. Convince an actor ally of the foe to betray them. On a failure, face a fight. Okay. D8 and D10. Probably gonna be a underworld or noble. D8 brings me to 5, and D10 gives me a 9. Relentless bounty hunter, knife-slinging gambler, or scion of a noble lineage. On her way to one of the addresses given by the goblin, Ralva passes through the Hodge, a seedy place in Parthenon where all sorts of unsavory individuals can be found. Dressed in common clothes, she tries to hurry to the oval indicated in the wooden tablet. Alas, she soon feels the cold metal of a dagger pressing against her back.
You've been snooping around. I'm gonna stop you,
says a man. And if she gets her charisma check, it'll determine sort of what happens. If she doesn't, we'll be in for some trouble. Oh, barely. She gets a 10. The healer draws on her storytelling skills to get herself out of trouble. She tells him she has been tasked by the war chief himself to find what has been going on regarding the ghostly apparitions. The war chief is very angry at the bounty hunter's boss, and he plans on beheading anyone who is involved in the scheme. To prove her story, she suggests he follow her to her village after she's done at the hovel. She finds the hovel abandoned, but seizes on the occasion to prepare painted vermilion eyes while she's there, and the guy is not paying too much attention to her. So she'll try to cast it on him. He can take a saving throw. The difficulty will be 10, which is the base difficulty, 9 plus her hit die, but I will allow her to have a +2 for her storytelling skill, and because she already kinda won at her check. So he has to beat a 12, and I think his own bonus will also be +2. I think he should have the profile of a veteran, and veterans, they have 2 in hit die. So I think he has to beat the saving throw on 2d8s. He has 10, so he fails. He is now bewitched. Ralva uses the hidden technique of the orc soothsayers, a skill of legend that is said to have appeased many war chiefs afflicted by bloodlust. She peers into the bounty hunter's eyes and convinces him to fully trust her story and to tell her everything he knows about his employer. Of course, he does so. So we will roll for our villain, and we'll do so on this table called Potential Foes. So instead of a d8, I will roll a d4 because I want our villain to be in one of those sections. So a d4 plus a d10. So we get a 2 and a 3. So here, an indentured mage. Interesting. And while I'm at it, why not roll for his species? 1d6 for that one. It's a 4. So it's an orc. Oh. So she discovers that Lorok, the exiled, a shaman excluded from the clan for his deceitful ways and criminal use of sorcery, is trying to take down the tribe Red Heart, which is Ralva's tribe, by targeting one of their main sources of wealth, the silver mine whose production is sold to Mascal the Dwarf. This is our villain. Now this is the end of the scene. Ralva succeeded and she gets 2 victory points, but we have to see if the villain also gets points. Nope, it's a 10, so we're fine. We are at 4 points and the enemy is at 2. Scene 6 will be a conflict scene, so hopefully I can go to 5 points and take down the enemy to 1 point. But let's see what kind of conflict scene. Odds are it's going to be a fight. 5. Fight through an ambush arranged by the foe at a location. Face a fight instead of a check. Ralva and the bounty hunter arrive at the next location, a house in Barracks Crest who supposedly belonged to a palm reader. Now let's roll for the fight. 5. 1d4 plus 1 soldiers. 2 soldiers. Okay, that should be pretty easy. I'm kind of wondering what kind of soldiers these are. Like, are we still dealing with spiritual creatures, undead and the like? Or could they be actual officials from Barracks Crest that basically think we're up to no good? Are these soldiers from Barracks Crest? I think it's unlikely. 14. No, but I need to roll a d6. 3. An error in an assumption some NPC is making. As the duo approaches the house, they see 2 men barge out of the door, and they're holding swords. One of them screams,
"You'll never catch me alive, you scumbag, go away!"
Ralva is gonna do an intelligence check. Can she figure out what's going on? 8 plus 2. Yeah, barely, but yes. Ralva realizes this must be the palm reader and a friend of his. So she attempts to calm the situation super quick before blood is shed. And it degenerates. I'm gonna use the reaction table from page 117. 4 minus 3, so it's a 1. Oh no. Violence. One of them will try to hit Ralva and the other one will try to hit the bounty hunter. Green is on Ralva because she's an orc, and black on the bounty hunter. Nothing on Ralva, and I guess nothing on the bounty hunter because that's a 6. Ralva refuses to use her lethal weapon, so she'll be doing 1d2 damage. But her spell that she used to bewitch the bounty hunter, she can't ask him to just use his fist because the guy is, fighting for his life. So he might kill them. And she will not be using her Frey die. 7 is not gonna cut it. Now it's the bounty hunter and he goes lethal. But he misses. The scared men both start swinging exclusively at the bounty hunter since he's wielding a sword. They both have +1. So this won't cut it, but this will. 1d6. The bounty hunter gets a nasty cut on his shoulder. Ralva perseveres with her fists and she attempts to knock one of the men unconscious. 17, that is a hit. That is a 4. With a hit to the jaw, the palm reader collapses. The bounty hunter takes a cue from Ralva and he goes to grapple the other man. So I want to do it as a contest. So they both have +1 to hit, both have +1 skill. One of them has a little bit more health. So I will give a +1 to the veteran, all things considered. So both of them are gonna roll 2d6s. Whoever wins the contest, I'll let them deal unarmed attack to the other one. Purple and white is the enemy, and blue and yellow is the bounty hunter. Yeah, bounty hunter gets it as he knocked the guy unconscious. The second man is put into a chokehold and he quickly passes out. So I'll end the scene here. Ralva gets +1 victory point and the villain is at -1. So 5-1 as far as the scoreboard.